You are listening to Productivity Straight Talk with your host, Amber De La Garza. Amber is a sought-after productivity coach, trainer, speaker, and writer who gives entrepreneurs the straight talk on personal productivity. No BS, fluff, or overused jargon. Just actionable strategies to get results and succeed in business. And here is your host, Amber De La Garza, the Productivity Specialist.
Welcome, and thank you for listening to Productivity Straight Talk. Today is episode 136. Make this your number one business goal. If you're a business owner who wants actionable solutions to maximize profits, reduce stress, and make time for what matters most, then you're in the right place, and I'm so glad you've joined me. And perhaps you're a brand new listener of Productivity Straight Talk. My guess is that January is going to be a big month here for Productivity Straight Talk, as many of you have created New Year's resolutions or goals or identified that improvement in your productivity and time management are going to help you achieve those big goals. I also wanted to give you an update because my last episode was a couple weeks ago. So I hope you use the time to enjoy the holidays, maybe have a bit of downtime, reset for 2020, and perhaps you caught up on a few missed backlogged episodes. I have been seeing those downloads come in, so I know many of you have been binging on past episodes of Productivity Straight Talk. And I just want to say thank you. I spent the last 2 weeks enjoying my family and downtime. If you listened to the last episode of 2019, you heard that I had created a very intentional list with my family about what we wanted to experience and what we wanted to do during our time off. And I'm happy to report that the 2 weeks was amazing. It was quite magical and busy in all the good ways. And I also, purged. I'm affectionately calling it the Great Purge of 2019. Now, I don't typically welcome in the new year this way, but for some reason, in this time, in this season, in this space, I craved purging and cleaning and resetting. And when I say purge, I mean nothing was off limits. I'm talking every drawer, closet, cabinet, master closet, the kitchen, the bedroom, my office, every single physical space in my house got purged and organized. But it didn't stop there. I also purged and organized and reset all of our file folder structures, how we organize things in the business. Our project management system got an overhaul. I really went to town, including our CRM. I even purged hundreds and hundreds of subscribers that hadn't opened emails in a long time, just releasing them and not showing up in their inbox if they no longer want their Productivity Straight Talk direct. Because, I just want to serve those that are finding value in the content I send to them and that it's not adding to their overwhelm. And I'm telling you this because I felt such a sense of recharge coming into 2020 because for me, I needed this reset. And it was kind of meditative, honestly. I would buzz around the house from project to project and it became quite addictive to just purge. And once I had that energy and nothing was off limits, my husband made 2 trips to Goodwill and we had to figure out how to take trash out of the house that would not go to the trash man because we had reached our max. I mean, we're talking major purge. So anyways, I'm sharing this with you because if you are feeling a need for a purge, I'm going to tell you that the other side of that, hard work and focus and commitment to purging, feels really good. And now let's get to the straight talk. Okay, so today's episode that we're diving into is the first of a mini-series about goal setting. And I don't think that January is too late to talk about this because I know one thing for sure. Based on the clients that I work with, and I'm assuming that many of you are the same, is that you are one extreme or the other. You either have no real written goals or you have so many goals that you've set in your business. And it's really that I find that it's one extreme or the other. And what I want to invite you to is the idea of simplifying goal setting. And we're going to talk about many different aspects of business goal setting, but for today, and specifically for today, I want to invite you to the idea of having one major business goal. And that one major business goal will help you with decision-making and prioritizing your time and resources of you and your team. What I believe your number one business goal should be is the same for each and every one of you listening. Now, I know that listening to a podcast is a very intimate experience, and it's you and me together, but there are many, many, many of you listening. And I would gamble. Okay, I don't gamble. I live in Las Vegas, and I've actually just learned how to play blackjack like 2 months ago from a friend that flew in. I don't gamble. So poor choice of words. But if I had to guess and put a bet down, I would say that many of you fall into one of these extremes of having not really clear written goals, or you have so many goals, you're not sure where to start, and it feels really overwhelming. And I've got to tell you that neither of these extremes are going to create the results that you're looking to create for your business in the coming year, or really ever. And I know that with clarity and simplification, you will be able to be a better decision maker as the business owner, as the CEO. I offer you this. I believe that no matter what industry you're in, I believe that no matter what year business you're in or how much experience you have, that every single one of us should have the same goal, and that is profitability. Now, you may be thinking that you're the exception because you're brand new in business, or maybe you're running a nonprofit and you think that you're excluded. I'm here to tell you, you are not. And I'm being very, very purposeful with the words I choose. I did not say revenue. I said profitability. And I really want to make that distinction because we can make a lot of revenue, but we can spend a lot of money. And that's not going to get you very far. And so I want you to be really, really clear with what your profitability goals are. Because as you make other goals or decide on what projects you're going to do, or what clients you take on, or what industries you're breaking into, or where you're going to market, that all has to be done based on your profitability goals. And when we have a lot of goals and they all seem to be equally as important, it really, really creates more confusion and overwhelm in how we spend our time and our resources. For example, let's just say that you went into 2020 and you had a really big visibility goal of having X amount of, for me, it would be, I guess, listeners or subscribers to the podcast, or maybe it's going to be followers on Instagram or likes on Facebook. So some sort of social media metric. That is important to your visibility goals. And ultimately down the road, if you're converting and you are selling to those people that make up that number, that works. But that can't be your primary goal. Your primary goal needs to be always asking, how will this affect profitability? How closely related is this? Because if you looked at your time and you were like, oh, maybe I should do another social media post because that might create additional followers, or create a new offering for my clients, or finish client work, if your goals are equal across the board in priority, you're going to have a really hard time prioritizing your time. And so if you're always asking yourself, what is closest to the dollar, or what will impact my profitability in a positive way, it will really, really help you filter this. Now, you may be hearing this and saying, well, Amber, I'm a nonprofit, or Amber, I don't like focusing on the money. I've heard that so many times. Maybe you're in real estate and it's about the number of families that you can get into a home, and that really, really rings true to you. I get that, and I am not taking that away from you at all. But I am telling you that if you're not focused on the dollars, you will be out of business. That's it. And my guess is that you're not doing this as a hobby. You're doing this because you want to provide for your family and your community. You see, having profitability in your business creates more opportunity to make an impact. More profitability in your business creates more income to you and to your household. More profitability in your business will allow you to make decisions and investment in your business to have a bigger impact, to reach more people. Having profitability in your business allows you the decision of where you want to donate that money or make contributions with that money. Profitability in your business ultimately gives you more options for decision making. And when you don't have profitability in your business, it affects all the decision making you're going to make in your business. You may come from a very scarcity mindset, and that's affecting how you're investing your time. You may be taking on clients that you otherwise wouldn't take on because you kind of don't like them, or they are always pushing up against your boundaries, or they're asking more of you than what is in the scope of the client work. But you don't want to say anything because you're strapped for cash. Profitability gives you so much freedom in how you create the boundaries on your time and the boundaries with your business, between you and your business. I cannot express to you in enough ways how much profitability affects so much of our day-to-day and how we view time and how we view our business. You know, when I was early in my business years, now I'm in year 8. And when I first started out in business, I wish somebody had told me how important it was to focus on the profitability. In fact, I think I was focused more on revenue and probably not even that. I wish that somebody said, hey, Amber, if you focus on profitability, guess what happens? Your profitability goes up. And when it goes up, you have more decisions. You can hire people. You can ask for help. There is nothing worse than running a business, working your ass off, being exhausted, hustling, giving up hobbies, giving up family time, giving up other things that you've enjoyed because of the pursuit of wanting to grow something that you're so passionate about, such as your business, and to not take home the money to support your family. You are your number one employee. You're your number one asset in your business. And if there's not profitability in the business, the first place I always see business owners cutting is their own paycheck. I just can't urge to you enough the importance of profitability. One of the best books that I read that really, really changed my business and the trajectory of my business was Profit First. And I read that many years ago, and I implemented the strategies in Profit First. And it's not just the strategies, which I highly, highly recommend, but the book Profit First by Mike Michalowicz shifted my mindset about the importance of profitability and how we owe it to our business and we owe it to our customers and we owe it to our employees to be really, really focused on making a healthy business that's profitable. I interviewed Mike Michalowicz. We'll link to that episode in the show notes. It's a really good episode. I shared a lot of my own journey and my own stories about how Profit First has really, really changed my life. And I want to make sure that you do go back and listen to that. Now, I want to circle back to those of you that have not taken the time or do not currently set specific goals and write them down. And for you, I want to invite you to take the time to set an intention and to find a number that makes sense for you and your business and where you're at on what your profit goals are. And maybe you have not done goal setting because you don't see the point, or maybe you don't do it because you're not typically a details person, or nobody's ever taught you, or you don't know what the value is. I don't presume to know why you don't set specific goals. But at the very least, I want you to take the time to set a profitability goal. I want you to get really, really clear with what that number is, because then as you're making decisions in your business and as opportunities come up and as you're looking at your schedule and asking yourself, well, should I do this or should I do that? I want you to hold to, how does it affect my profitability? So to wrap up today's episode, I do want to share with you that I personally in my business have many goals, but they have a priority. First is profitability. And then I ask myself, what will it take to achieve that goal? And those become sub-goals underneath what the profitability goal is. Perhaps I have a goal on how much I will make in a certain revenue stream, or perhaps I have a specific goal on what products or trainings I'm going to offer in 2020. All of that is in service to the profitability goal. I also want to leave you, not on a cliffhanger, but to tell you that profitability goals are important to the health of your business, but they are not to be created at the expense of you. And in a future episode, we're going to be talking about how to make sure that your business goals are in alignment with your lifestyle goals. Right? So if I created a goal to have a certain XXX profitability, but what I had to do right now in this season of my life to create that is give up all my extra time, break all my boundaries, work 12, 14 hours a day, every single day, take no vacations, that's not what I'm willing to do. And so in that episode, we're going to be talking about how to make sure that you are aligning your business goals with your lifestyle goals so that they're supporting each other and not fighting against each other. Because when that happens, you are certainly not setting yourself up for success. I hope that in today's episode, it has had you look at your goal setting just a little bit differently. And so if you've already created your goals for 2020, I would invite you to just reevaluate them and make a tweak. Make sure that your profitability goal is your top goal and that your other goals are supporting that top goal of profitability. I have loved having you listen to Productivity Straight Talk. And I know that you have a lot of choices on how you could be investing your time. And I truly appreciate you. I appreciate you investing your time with me each and every week. If you've listened to 1, 3, 10, or maybe even 30 episodes and you're not seeing results, it's probably because you haven't executed. And listen, no judgment, no shame. That is exactly why my clients come to me. If you're seeing value each and every week from Productivity Straight Talk and you're loving the ideas, but you're having trouble implementing them, that is exactly what I'm here for. Whether it's one-on-one or in group coaching, I invite you to go to theproductivityspecialist.com/call to apply. And let's talk about working together to get you executing because honestly, that's where the real magic happens. And one last thing, if you're new to Productivity Straight Talk and you love this episode, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss another episode. So that's my straight talk for you today. Until next time, have a productive week.